What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shirehammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I had to skip ahead, guys. I'm sorry. I had to skip ahead 3 videos to get you guys the DojoEye Battles Tournament. It's the Buckeye Battle Primer at the Dice Dojo. We did it this Saturday, and so basically I have 3 other games that I've done the week before, but the problem is next week, or this weekend actually, is Buckeye Battles. So I want to get you guys this video out right now, and then I'll do the Buckeye Battle videos because those will be a little bit more important to put out there, and then I'll probably go back and show you the 3 other games, the random other games that I got. So sorry about that, guys. Just had to go a little bit about that. Yeah, we did the Dice Dojo tournament for the primer for Buckeyes, and we had a decent turnout. We had about 10 people who showed up, 10 to 12 people showed up, and then on round 1, we were actually doing a bunch of grudges. We were letting people play who they were choosing to play, if they haven't played in a while or whatever, right? And the last 2 that were left were the last 2 people who were to get there was Fergus and Fergus's son. So the other 2 people, the only 2 people who haven't made a grudge was my brother and I. We really didn't want to play each other because it's my brother and I. So we're like, all right, let's rock paper and scissors it and see who gets Fergus. Because to be honest, Fergus is is a very skilled player, and it's like, do you want to play Fergus? Or do you want to play his son? And we're like, rock paper scissors, rock paper scissors. And I ended up losing to my brother, and I got Fergus. Round 1. So let's go over what I brought. Let's see what he brought to the table right here. So first off, if you guys watch my Blood in the Sun reports, I kind of kept a lot of the stuff the same. There's a couple changes, though. First off, here's my Orc Horde in a very shadowy picture because the light was out here. And guys, the ambulance is visiting us very early today. There he goes. I see him. Anyways, yeah, I got my Orc Horde. They're actually, I gave them spears, and I accidentally gave them spears. I didn't mean to give them spears. I meant to give them extra hand weapons, but whatever. I clicked the button and it was a little too late. I do have my BSB in there, that's Bebop, and I also have my General in there, who's Rocksteady. Now, the Rocksteady model broke on me, and I'm going to show you guys in this video and in the next 2 videos. I broke a lot of models this weekend. A lot. They just kind of blew up. It was just either they in transportation or what. I don't know what happened, but there was a lot of guys just like in pieces. So it just gave me more work to do on the way to before Buckeyes. So yeah, so I have my 34 Orc Ed Bashers. They do have the level 2 in there. Kieran the Coyote. They also have Bebop and Rocksteady, like I said. Over here I got my Wolf Riders. 5 of them just for chaff. And then in the back over there you can see I have my Trolls. My Cave Trolls, excuse me, 6 of them. On the left, those are my Crossborks, Toothed Crossborks. It's Orcs with crossbows. In the back left you can see I have 2 Stone Throwers, the Rock Labas or Splatterers. I have King Koopa. King Koopa is a Goblins king with a 1-up, 4-up. And then I have not 1, but 2 Gargantulas. The A-Rock and the Chicken Rock. Chicken Head is not on the Chicken Rock yet, but this is basically where I got him up to, and then you'll see him in the following videos getting a little bit more upgraded. Over here I have my level 2 Goblin Shaman, Baxter, and let's go over my magic. My magic, I got Bashing Fist, Get 'em Lads, and the Web, or that's it. Bashing Fist and Get 'em Lads. I only took 2 spells on my level 2 Orc Shaman. I ended up taking 3 spells on my Goblin Shaman, and the reason for this was because the Goblin spells are a little bit cheaper, or a lot cheaper actually, like half price usually, and the Goblin tends to do more damage than the Orc Shaman. So, even though the Orc Shaman has some really good spells, I'm going to limit him to 2 versus the 3, and then give this guy the 3 to give him a little bit more options. So he got Evil Eye, he got Blessing of the Mother Spider, and he also got Curse of the Green Moon. As for my opponent, Fergus, here's his picture. He's a very chipper guy. He brought his Undying Dynasties, and over here he has a big squad of 6 chariots. I don't know what the hell they have. They have the Flaming Banner, I do know that. But over here he has a giant horde of Tomb Guard. Now the Tomb Guard, there are about 30 of them. He has a couple characters in the front. He has the BSB, he has the General. The General, he used to have it as a Pharaoh. He took it down a notch to a hero level Pharaoh. Then he has that giant thing in the middle, which is the Arc of Ages, or whatever it's called, the Necro whatever. There's a bunch of guys on top of that as well. But We'll worry about that when it happens. Over here, he has 3 units of horse cavalry. That's light cavalry that for chaff. He has 2 units of archers, about 10 to 12 of them or so. Then he has 2 stone throwers. And yeah, that's about it over here. And then back there under the table, he has those skull sepulchers guys, whatever they're called, the snakes. As you can see, you got Fergus's face is awesome in this picture. As you can see, we deployed, and I believe he actually might have deployed first. Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he deployed everything first. So he deployed everything first because he had the opportunity to. So I go ahead and I decided to kind of split up my army. I put my spiders on both sides. I have my orcs in the center. I have the trolls on the side of them to keep the leadership bubble pretty close. I have the orcs with crossbows on the top left. Excuse me. And our secondary objective is actually to get to each other's corners. Now my corner is where those squig hoppers are on the right. The corner I need to get to is behind that building, which is kind of a pain in the ass. My units aren't really mobile, at least my scoring units aren't really mobile, so I really can't get back there and claim it. I could if I try to march the orcs with crossbows up, but the orcs with crossbows do have their targets. Anyways, I do have Koopa on that side as well. My whole goal right now is to have Koopa run around the building, take out a unit of archers, have the crossbows pop off the chaff, and then I'm just going to pick with all my cannon or my rock lobbers and my web launchers into his main bunker, weaken him up, and then just get a chance to destroy him. That's my whole plan. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, for turn 1, Undying Dynasties. Now, guys, I'm going to admit right now, I'm exhausted. I just biked an hour to my brother's gym. I just stopped the fight. No bullshit. I just stopped the fight. It was like a fist fight in the middle of the fucking park. This is Chicago. And I just saw these kids beating the shit out of each other. And yes, they are kids. And I just stopped it. I was like, guys, gotta fucking break it up. So I just threw them apart, like broke them apart. My ETC team's making fun of me, saying it's a black orc quelling animosity. And then I ended up working out legs, biked back, and then I realized I forgot my fucking cards that I made, my magic cards, at the Dice Dojo on this day on Saturday. So I biked to the Dice Dojo. They found them in the trash, and then I biked back here, and I'm just exhausted. So, so if I have lack of enthusiasm, it's not a lack of enthusiasm. I'm just exhausted. Anyways, so for my Vanguard, I moved my Wolf Riders back over here because I wanted them kind of not to get shot at so much, but at the same time closer to my bubble, and I realized that they're not really going to do much facing down his chaff that's just going to shoot him. Anyways, like I said, he's going to take for turn 1. So turn 1, Undying Dynasties, he's moving up his horde, and he for some reason, he thought that he has the Stalker's banner in that unit, but he still decided to walk around the lake. I have no fucking clue why he decided to walk around the lake. I was just like, yeah, whatever, he just doesn't want to fight in the lake. So he's moved up his chariots. He's trying to keep his chariots in a perfect charge range. He puts his archers inside the building. He has the other archers just chilling back there, and that's about it. Magic phase, he gets an automatic 6 dice plus his channels, and then he ends up doing the Desert Wind onto my trolls. Desert Wind is the one where he gets to move everybody up. So he decides to move everybody up. He moves up the chariots, he moves up his guys, and he's just trying to get in my face turn 1. So I was just like, ah, shit. Everything else he did, I kind of stopped, so it really wasn't an issue. So over here, shooting phase. Shooting phase, these archers inside the building pick off one of my orcs, just one. These guys inside the chariots pick off at one of my trolls, do 1 wound, and then these guys over here end up killing out 1 squig, only 1 squig, and that's about it. What's this? Excuse me. These guys right here, when they shot at my trolls, they actually have the flaming banner in that unit, so they got it. Go ahead and do the flaming shot at my trolls. I already took a picture of that though, but just reinstating it. Over here, he does his catapult. He does his first catapult right onto my spider. It drifts off right in between the rock lobber, and the spider does like no damage really. Does the other one, and it hits the freaking, again, it hits the tip, doesn't really do damage. It only does 1 wound onto my rock lobber, and it's going to start off turn 1, Orcs and Goblins, and Koopa is charging into his chaff, and he's just like, well, fuck it, can't do anything about it, he's undead. And I go ahead and I move my trolls up, and I move him right into the flank, out of his line of sight of his tomb guard. The reason for this, and there's $10 on the table. That was for not pizza. It was for his entry fee that he just put in the water, and now it's just like we're gonna keep it there like there's a game of poker or something like this. Anyways, so I move my trolls up like this, and I decided to move my wolf riders as chaff in front of his chariot. So if he charges them and he overruns, he's going the wrong way, and I could probably flank him with my spider. So I'm like, the trolls are safe there. Koopa went in. Now my whole goal with Koopa is if I charge and I break that unit, I go overrun and I'm out of line of sight of his tomb guard. I move, and if they're not tomb guard, you guys can correct me. I forgot what name they are. But I move the crossbow orcs back 2 inches off the mountain so they can't get shot, and they also cannot get charged because the charge range for his main blocks of the crossbow orcs was actually pretty easy, and I don't want to just give him free points like that. So I move my orcs back, I move my spiders back, and he just basically makes him do another turn where he's going to have to move, but at the same time my trolls are getting into his flank. Magic phase, I got 7 power dice, and I go ahead and I throw up Evil Eye. He lets it go through. I kill off 3 of his archers here. I go ahead and I do Curse of the Big Moon, and he stops it. He saw that one coming. Shooting phase over here, I'm going to shoot my rock lobber into his rock lobber, his whatever, stone thrower, and BAM! Destroyed it. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my web launcher. Now, as you can see, I took one of his spelunker guys onto a chicken rock, and he's riding him. He's surfing the chicken rock. So the chicken rock's going to do his web launcher and got it right onto his chariot. So now this is going to deter him from charging my wolf rider chaff because he's going to take a lot of DTs. He's going to take 4 per chariot. That's 24 DT tests he'll have to take just to charge my chaff. That's awesome. I'm going to go do my rock lobber into his chariots, kill off 1 of those chariots, and then over here, close combat, Koopa ends up only killing off 2 guys. I got a charge, 2, he's next to his BSB, he crumbles a little bit, but there's 1 guy left, and this is dangerous. This means he could charge the crap out of Koopa, but Koopa don't care. It's going to start off his turn, Undying Dynasty's turn 2. Undying Dynasty's turn 2, he charges into my squigs here, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll take it. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I charged him on my turn. They hit him, impact hits, and attack first, killed out the whole unit, and I'm going to go ahead and turn him around backwards, facing this way. I don't care if he charges me with his horse guys there. Personally, I don't care. I'm going to sit there right like that. That's how I felt like it. Anyways, turn 2, Undying Dynasties. He decides he's going to try to do a long-ass charge, and he's pulled this off on me before, but he's going to try a long-ass charge into my orcs, and he's going to need like an 11, and he doesn't get it. He fails. He gets a 6, actually, and which pushes him up pretty high, but he failed it miserably. Over here, these guys popped up to the side here, and then over here, these guys popped up over here. Now, one of them's the close combat fighting guys. The other ones are like the Medusa gaze kind of guys. So, Magic Phase, he goes ahead and he throws up a debuff onto my orcs. He's trying to stop my orcs from... He gives them minus toughness is what it was. And he does this so that way it deters me from going into his unit. Then he goes ahead and he throws up another one that gives them like minus movement. And at this point, I'm just like, well, fuck it. I already have the minus toughness up. I don't really care if my orcs don't get into combat. Right now, I don't feel like they should get in combat because they're too debuffed that they'll get their ass kicked and it'll be humiliating. Alright, so then he goes ahead and he tries to do the one that's a remaining play that gives him all like +1 strength, +1 weapon skill, or whatever that is, +1 attack. I used my Dispel Scroll on that because I still plan on attacking him since he failed the charge. Over here, he is doing shooting. He's going to shoot my chaff. He only kills off 1 dog. They stick, and he was just like, shit, I was hoping to kill at least 2 dogs, but they're good. Over here, these guys shoot at my squig hoppers. They kill off 1 more of my squig hoppers. And then over here, these guys shot at my rock lobber, and they destroyed my rock lobber. His rock lobber is going to shoot, and it misses. He shoots these guys from the building at my orcs and kills off 1 of them here. And then close combat, Koopa destroyed, and like Koopa's one of my casualties here. Look, Koopa fell off of his mount and he attacked from the flank. Look how small Koopa is. We were all laughing how small Koopa really is, but Koopa goes ahead and kills off all the freaking the chaff, and he turns around. Look at him. And he turns around facing those guys that just popped up. And it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Koopa is charging the flank of those guys. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. The trolls are in the flank over there. The chicken rock is in the front there. And I'm just going to charge it. I'm going to double charge here. And fuck it. My squig hoppers are going to charge into the flank over here. And, yeah, you can see Fergus is just like, whatever. It's alright, Fergus. I got you, man. Magic phase. I got 10 power dice. And by the way, everybody got in. I go ahead and I throw up Gift of the Mother Spider here onto my trolls. Give them poison. They don't really need poison, but fuck it. Let's give them poison. And he lets it go through, which allows me to get the attribute off, which gives them rerolls once to wound. Okay? Again, don't really need it. Then I go ahead and I do Curse of the Big Moon, and he knew this one was coming, and he's just like, go ahead, do it. I'm going to stop your next spell. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to do the Curse of the Big Moon. And I get it off, and I'm all excited. And look at this. Where my Goblin Shaman is, I can shoot it right through everybody and kill off a good chunk of guys without touching a single one of mine. I was like, this is so fucking awesome. This is so epic. And I threw a 6, and it miscasts and blows up right here onto my guys. I end up only killing off 2 of my Orcs because I failed to wound a lot. But what the fuck? Alright, over here, I end up throwing Get 'em Lads, and he throws all his dice to stop me, and he couldn't stop me. It goes off, and he's just like, shit. And, yeah, that was just beauty. I threw really high on 4 dice. Gave the attribute to the Chicken Rock, gave the attribute to the Trolls. Gave the other tribute to Koopa. And, Koopa's gonna start the fight off over here. Koopa ends up only doing 1 wound. I just whiffed. I whiffed miserably. He goes ahead. He challenged, and in his challenge, he ends up doing 1 wound onto Koopa. Excuse me, I got hiccups now. He ends up doing 1 wound onto Koopa, and Koopa fails actually because even though I got a charge, a flank, and a wound, he did a wound, a banner, and a war banner, and he has a musician. So I fail my charge. And I end up trying to stick, and I rolled snake eyes. Screw those snakes, I rolled their snake eyes. And I'm going to stick there. He turns around to face me. Over here, impact hits alone, kills off 1 guy. Then I go ahead and I start attacking, and I just freaking... Or he ends up killing off 1 of my squigs, but my squigs end up just wiping out 2 of them. And he ends up taking another 2 wounds from the crumble. Over here, the Chicken Rock! Chicken Rock goes ahead first. Kills off only 2 guys. And, I'm sorry, I just got a text message. It just derailed me. And, no, actually, Chicken Rock does 5 wounds because I forgot I had, Get 'em Lads on me. So I was just like, hell yeah. So I re-rolled those couple extra, did 3 more wounds. He goes and he attacks with all these guys with his poisons and lethal strikes and shit, and he does 3 wounds. Alright? So then the Trolls go, and woo! Trolls just added them up. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys, 10 guys. 10 guys, and just check this out. His units are just fucking dying. He crumbles a bunch more. I stomped a couple more. I thunder stomped a couple more. Holy shit, did he crumble? Look at that. Holy shit. Holy shit. And he's just like, alright, I'm gonna combat reform. And I was like, you can't. You can't combat reform. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, because I have I have 2 flanks. I have your front and your flank. You cannot combat reform. You're stuck. And he's like, you gotta look it up. And I was like, well, look it up. And we wasted a little bit of time looking it up, but then we decided to just keep on going without it. He can't squish his units. He can't reform, and he can't push everybody. He can't push me over in combat. It's gonna start off my turn, or his turn. Undying Dynasty's turn 3. He charges the Wolf Riders because he's pissed off at the chaff. He buffs up these guys here, and what was this? This is +1 attack. And then that allows him to restore some wounds since he got some magic off. These guys are going to start shooting. They shoot at my other rock lobber. They don't do a single wound. These guys over here start shooting at my orcs, only kill off 1 orc. And then this guy over here starts shooting at the A-Rock, does 1... No, fails to wound. It hits a direct hit, but failed to wound. A 1 on the wound. And, second ambulance, guys. And then close combat. Close combat, these squig hoppers end up killing off this unit over here, and they just did a great job. Come on, ambulance. You can get through. Alright. And then over here, Impact hits alone, just destroyed my dogs. He's going to go ahead and reform. Or no, he overruns, which we kind of measured, and it skims his horses over there, like so. And he gets through. Over here, he doesn't do another wound to Koopa, but I don't do any wounds to him. And Koopa just fails from Banner and Warbanner, so Koopa's going to run, and he runs this way. But he failed to, like, oh, he didn't even bother chasing. He just turned around so he could still try to take out my orcs with crossbows. Over here, he's going to start attacking. He ends up killing off one troll, does one wound onto the A-Rock, and then I'm going to go ahead and, holy crap, man, those buffs are all still on right now, and I just destroy his whole fucking unit. Everybody. I didn't even go for the characters. I went for everybody else. Get rid of those fucking guys. Don't give them a chance to restore their wounds, and just crumble and let him start dying from crumble alone. I believe they did crumble because that's how I got that, and that I end up squishing in closer. His general did a couple wounds onto the A-Rock, but as you can see, I'm still stuck there. And I did stomps. That's what it was. Stomps and thunder stomps. Ends up killing off a couple more guys. Kills off the BSB, or I think the crumble killed the BSB. I want to say the crumble killed the BSB. Whatever. As you can see, he has 2 wounds onto his arc and 2 wounds onto his general, or a wound onto his general, and it's going to start off turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. I'm like, fuck it. The A-Rock, or the Chicken Rock and the Trolls took care of the general's unit. He's about to have a massive crumble. I have to worry about his chariots. So I go ahead and I turn everybody over towards the chariots. I've reformed the ranks of the crossbows to take on that charge from his light troops coming that way. And Koopa rallied, so Koopa's going to turn around. Magic phase, I got 5 powered ice. I go ahead and I throw up the same 2 spells. Gift of the Mother Spider, and I give it to the Chicken Rock this time. And I get him, lads, onto his unit. Over here, I'm going to do the web launcher, and it hits these guys, kills off one of them, actually. And going to do the rock lobber, ends up killing off one of these guys, actually, which is pretty awesome. And then it does another 2 wounds over here. So I did like a total of 5 wounds over here. I think the crossbow shot at him is what it was. I just didn't take a picture of them. Over here, his general ended up killing off the Chicken Rock, but the trolls ended up killing off his general. When that happens, holy hell, he's going to crumble, and he's going to crumble bad. Over here, first off, he loses this guy. This guy just blows up from crumbling. And he loses, I think, the other catapult. He loses a couple archers. It basically weakens his whole force. And it's going to start off his turn 4. He's charging these guys in. They passed their leadership check, by the way. He's going to charge these guys in. He's going to charge the chariots in to my other chaff because I didn't give him an opportunity to charge my Chicken Rock. And he's going to get in. Close combat, since his magic and his shooting is pretty much gone. He's going to impact hits, kills these guys. These guys end up fucking up my orcs, but my orcs stick because of steadfast. And it's going to start off turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. Koopa is coming back. He's not done. He's like, fuck you guys. I don't care. I'm going in. I'm going to fuck you guys up like originally planned. The trolls are charging into his skeletons because why not? And they get in. And Koopa got in. And basically my other orcs turned around. The Chicken Rock went into the rear of the chariots. Magic phase, I got 8 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up Gift of the Mother Spider onto the Chicken Rock, or A-Rock, excuse me. And it goes off. I give the Get Them to Koopa so he doesn't fuck up his wounds again. He's getting like strength 6 armor piercing on the flank. He should fuck him up. He's not gonna. He only needs 2. So if I roll 1s, I could redo the 1s at least. Over here, they're shooting the rock lobber into his other archers. He's rebuilding his unit back there, and I was like, I took this picture and I was like, holy shit, there's another unit back there, and I realized he was just rebuilding it for the next game. But anyways, the catapult only kills off a couple of his archers over here. Trolls wipe out his archers over here, and Koopa gets wounded, but Koopa and the orcs fuck up that unit, and that unit's gonna break. And then over here, the A-Rock just fucks up some chariots. They all pop, and guys, that's the end of the game. Holy shit. Oh man, Fergus was like defeated. Now here's the cool thing. Fergus earned extra points for secondary objectives because those chariots actually got to my corner, which was a scoring unit for him. And then not only that, but he never let me in his area, so he got scoring points for that. So he got a total of actual 10 points. I think I got a total of 21 points. So it puts me way up top, actually. I think I'm like second place or third place in the tournament. And it keeps Fergus in it. He's not really technically out of the tournament yet. But it was a huge win for the Orcs and Goblins. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. when I got told I was playing Fergus, I was just not expecting that. MVP, I'm giving it to the flanking trolls. The flanking trolls actually did a crazy amount of damage up front, and he just couldn't combat it. Even though he messed up my chicken rock, the trolls just messed them up royally, and they basically won me the game. So the trolls winning the MVP. My orc general didn't do shit. He was just sitting in the back making sure we had a leadership bubble, and the two spiders did a ton of work. The two spiders were just going at it, killing people and taking names. Anyways, guys, so this was round 1 of the DojoEye tournament. DojoEye battles. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm about to get the... Oh, I got 2 more hours of work that I get to do. So I'm going to do all that. But if you guys haven't hit like and subscribe, hit like and subscribe. Thumb up this video. And I'll be putting up more videos very soon, guys. I'm also going to Greece, and I need some assistance. I have... let's see. Right now it's June... Oh, man. Somebody actually tagged up my calendar here. Well, today is July 6th or July 7th by the time you see this. And... I have 2 more weeks. We'll say the 21st until I could is the last time I could take donations for this trip, because I have to pay off my brother for the money that he used to pay up the ticket up front. So guys, help me out. I'm gonna put my GoFundMe page and my PayPal in the description box, guys. If you guys can help me out, $5, $10, anything helps. I'm already at like 22% or something, my goal, and anything could really help out, and it would be great to put up content from across the pond. Some of you guys will say. Besides that, like, subscribe. I don't even remember. MVP, I already said all that. Anyways, guys, I always feel like I forget something. Alright, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace. The next video, I'm playing Ian and his vermin swarm, or my brother's old vermin swarm. Alright, guys, I'll see you then. Later.